What up? So this is my chest and tricep workout. I like to call it the top shelf long head workout because it really just focused a lot on that upper chest, that top shelf, and getting a lot of that long head tricep to go along with it. Give it a like, give it a follow, try it out. Let me know how you like it. Till the next one. So here we're going to do a dumbbell fly, but a super incline dumbbell fly by manipulating a preacher bench. So you're going to lay your you're going to lay your back rather against that incline portion of the preacher bench. Get it so that your shoulder blades are right above it. From there, really keeping your shoulders tucked down. You want your elbows to draw wider than the bench. So the cool thing about this one is like we let our elbows fall right outside the bench and it literally just folds right across the top of the chest. Make sure that you're not too slouched up, that you're getting more shoulder. Make sure that you're really arched back. As you see, like my chest is fully exposed to the ceiling. Make sure you're doing the same. You get the same result. Let's go. Yo, we're about to go over the high incline Smith machine press. First and foremost, get your bench set up to a 60 to 75 degree incline angle and position the bar pretty much right in between your Adam's apple and your chin area. When we unrack the weight, we want to hold it above our upper chest with the arms fully extended to get started. And as you're doing the exercise, make sure you're keeping your elbows at a 45 degree angle as you're coming down and driving up with the weight. Try giving it a 3-second negative on the way down and an explosive squeeze on the way up. Inhale as you lower the bar, exhale as you push. Another little tip here is use a slight pause at the bottom of the exercise to add some more tension to the upper chest. Keep a controlled motion using a 3-second negative. And also something to think about, that last inch, you want it to be a violent and aggressive lockout. That's how you're going to get more 3D, more upper chest development, big full look. Give it a shot. Let's get it.
From the underworld, coming for the underground. Motherfuckers better watch out for the hellhound.
Incline plate loaded machine press, upper chest focus. We want to make sure we adjust the seat so that the handles are about 1 inch above your nipples. Therefore, we know we're getting mostly upper chest engagement. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground and keep a slight arch in your back with your lower back. Retract your shoulder blades and press your back into the seat as you're driving the weight up. Try using a controlled tempo here, like a 3-second negative, 1-second pause, explosive press. This exercise is well in all incline and pressing movements. We want to really keep our elbows at a 45 degree angle and avoid flaring them out. So therefore we don't engage the front delt, we just keep everything in the chest. Alright, so going over the plate loaded flat machine press, we want to adjust the handles or adjust your body yourself so that your hands and your thumbs are pretty much parallel to your nipple height. From there, make sure you got your shoulders down, chest up, arching your back, having your feet planted on the ground firmly so that you can really enforce that arch. 2, always trying to control the weight here. Think about a nice controlled negative, almost like a 3-2-1 with a 1-second pause at the bottom, and then driving the weight up, squeezing, keeping the elbows at a 45-degree angle throughout the whole exercise. Focus on driving the weight through your chest and not your shoulders or your arms. So I got a special way of doing this exercise. With the pec deck, we're going to manipulate the range of motion. First and foremost, the setup. We're going to get our feet planted so that we can really get a big arch in the back. And then with the shoulders down, we want to keep the elbows parallel to the shoulders and the arms as stiff as possible. With your fingertips, physically think about reaching for the front of the room throughout the whole process. And for the first 8 reps, we're going to limit the range of motion only 2 feet apart. Get a 2-second hold together at the contraction, squeeze the inner pecs. You're going to feel this a lot in the cleavage area, right in that inner development. Once you complete the 8 reps with a 2-second hold, then do 8 simultaneous reps, one after another. Give it a shot. You're going to be fucking nuts. So here we're going to do a cable push down, but we're going to get our body over it in the starting position and really get used to what the feeling of the contraction is like. So start stiff, and we want to really focus on the long head of the tricep, which is that part that touches into the lat in the back. So we're going to drive our elbows out wide as we inhale coming up, and then as we're coming down, exhale. And I like to think about standing up tall, driving my elbows out wide. And if you notice how I'm tucking my elbows as I'm coming up, I'm really exposing that inner part of the tricep to the ground and then pushing it down, squeezing, flexing into my lat. Sick tricep exercise that will really give you that hard to get 3D look in the back. So here's a cable rope push down, but we're flaring the elbows out wide so we can manipulate the long head of the tricep. Get your feet wider than shoulder width apart. My recommendation to get a start, just to get a nice foundation with the lower body. Then as you're coming up, we want to try to expose the long head of the tricep to the ground as we flare the elbows out, so kind of tucking like you see me doing it. And then once you pause at that, well, as you're coming up, pause at the hard part. So once we're coming up in the stretch, pause, and then driving down stiff, driving your elbows wide, feeling the contraction in the long head. 3D triceps with this one all day.
From the underworld, coming for the underground.
So this single arm cable push down is going to prioritize the long head of the tricep. Our starting position, go ahead and get your thumb and dig it right into the side of your rib cage, right at that bottom of the rib. We don't want our knuckles to technically come higher than our elbow throughout the process, so we can keep the tension in the long head of the tricep. But as you come up, you want the ball of the elbow to flare out as it's staying back behind your torso. So I recommend you slightly bend the knees. As you see me, I'm kind of making my body like a slope, like a C position. With the feet wide, straddle the cable pillar. Get that thumb dug right into the side of the rib cage to begin. And then trying to drive your finger into your back left pocket, or your back pocket of whichever side you're doing. This is gonna usually takes like 1 or 2 sets to really click if you're just getting used to it, but once you do, man, game changer.